Quintana Roo. I want to talk to you a little bit about our wetsuits. We're known as a bicycle company, but little known fact, our first product was a triathlon wetsuit. Our founder, Dan Enfield, he was the innovator of the triathlon wetsuit. And we're really proud of where we've come from those days to where we are today, and now offering one of the top suits in the market. Today's super elite suits are so different from where we began, and I want to give you a little bit of an explanation about what those features and benefits might be for you. What a wetsuit does for you is buoyancy and its body position. We don't talk about body position enough, because that's a real differentiator in our suit versus some of the others on the market. Some we find are pretty extreme in that they're for elite swimmers. They don't have a lot of lower buoyancy, and so they compensate for a swimmer. They give that added buoyancy for a swimmer who doesn't need a lot of help. Whereas some of the cheaper suits or some of the more entry-level suits are going to have a lot of buoyancy in the lower body, and they typically will lift you a little higher, quite uncomfortable for the elite swimmer, and make it really difficult in sighting and other facets of the stroke. The real cons in a wetsuit can be in the stroke restriction, and in that you can't come over with the stroke, and the suit constricts that. And then the one that's just terrifying is when you really can't breathe very well in the suit, and it restricts breathing. So those are the key benefits that we want to bring in an elite suit: is the best breathing, the least amount of stroke restriction, make it feel as natural as possible, if not support your stroke and make it better. The body position is the one where we think we've got the secret sauce. We feel like we've done a great job in balancing body position in the suit for the elite swimmer, as well as the newer athlete. Maybe doesn't swim quite as strong. How we do this and how we've achieved our recipe in the QR wetsuit and HYDROsix is using premium materials. But it's not just choosing and cutting and pasting those premium materials into a wetsuit. It's how we've applied them, the thicknesses we've chosen. Let me explain that a little bit more. In the center mass of the body, you're going to find thicker materials which are more buoyant, but they don't need to stretch. They're just there to provide that benefit. One thing that can happen when that's overly done and done in a quite narrow fashion is it can facilitate over rotation, and that's not good. So our chest panel width down into the hips, across the quads, we think we've got it just dialed in perfect. However, across the shoulders, we want that stroke to come over nice and easy. That's also very, very critical through the lats. But what I think's been overlooked are the chest panels, really over the lungs. We've gone to a super thin material, super stretchy. Yamamoto Type 40 is the premium material in triathlon wetsuits. You may hear of other types that are maybe a higher number, but those are typically used in diving suits where the buoyancy isn't so high and it doesn't do so well for us and our benefits that we're looking for, and maybe more in an immersion type atmosphere. So having that super thin Type 40 through the shoulders, and then also creating a new chest panel around the lungs so that you breathe uninhibited. All of these come together. We've minimized the seams. Seams typically take away the elasticity that's fantastic in how the suit becomes a part of your body. We've minimized those seams, and we put them in strategic locations where they're not going to bind and restrict natural movement. So we follow the lines and the contours of the human body just to accelerate and accentuate your performance and how your body naturally works. All of this is in an effort just to make you faster and more efficient, but we think we've taken technology a step higher and really refined a better suit for today's swimmer.